Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of graphing inequalities. This is standard A.3D in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 30 of the 2025 release STAAR test. This is a new item type called graphing. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we've got two parts here. We need to graph it for 1 point. We need to generate a line that goes through the correct points, and we need to classify the line as solid or dashed. And then we need to have a solution set that is shaded in. That's going to be our second point. So 2 point problem. And really, the challenge here is not so much the inequality itself. It's just working the technology to make sure that we can use the graphing tools on this system correctly. So we have an inequality right here, and it's pretty simple, and we're not even necessarily required to try to figure out what it should be based on a problem situation. They give it straight to us. Y is greater than 5x minus 3. All right, so we've got a few different choices here where we can pick some dots here. Right, one is if we're just trying to get a line, let's first kind of ignore the inequality, and let's think about it like this. Okay, so y equals 5x minus 3. Well, we should know that this is going to be our y-intercept, because if we're looking at it as a slope-intercept, then that's going to be our -3. So we can put a line right here at just -3, 0, -3, right on that y-axis. And we've got a slope of 5. That means for every change in 1x, right, our slope is going to be 5 over 1. It's going to go up 5. So over 1, and then up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that looks like a line right there. And then we can go over 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it can go up right here. So that looks good. If you want, you can substitute in a 0 for the y, right? And you can see what our x is. 0 equals 5x minus 3, so we're going to add 3. And so that's going to be 3 equals 5x, but it gives us a fraction, so we can't really graph that. They want us to graph integers, but if our y is 0, then our x is going to be 3/5, which looks like that's going to work. It's kind of right in there. We only really need 2 points, okay? So let's just go ahead and let's just use this -3. That's going to be on our uh, y-axis. And then I think we said our other one, let's just go ahead and do x of 2, y, or x of 1, y of 2. Let's get that, because once we do that, that line pops up. We can verify everything that we wanted was on that line. Now, let's decide what type of line is going to be, because now that we've got our line, we're going to bring back the inequality. It's not y equals, it's actually y is greater than. Okay, so when we are using greater than or less than, that means we are using a dashed or dotted, depends on how you want to refer to it, line. That means we are not going to include any number on the line in the data set. If we are using greater than and equal or less than or equal to, then it's going to be a solid line, because we can include everything that's in on the line in our solution set. So it is a greater than, which means we are going to make it a dashed line. All right, so that's better. That is 1 point. We have the correct line. It's going through. Now we need to worry about our solution set. Okay, are we going to go above or below the line? And that's going to be our question. And so let's get that line back to where it was. All right, there we go. Got our graph right here. And now we need to worry about where's that line going. Well, it is greater than, so greater than means you're going to be above it. And if you put in 0, 0, you're going to see that is included in the solution set, right? So that's going to be 0 is greater than -3. So we are going to include it. So we're going to do this, and that's our answer.